Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, hoping that you are having a great day. And in today's video, I'd like to sit back in my squeaky chair, relax, and have a conversation with all of you, yes, you, about the wonderful world of Flesh and Blood, LSS, and the changes they're making to the game in 2026. And yeah, change is definitely the name of the game. If you aren't aware, LSS does love to make all sorts of interesting changes to Flesh and Blood. They're always fine-tuning and tinkering with the game, whether it's the Living Legends point system, which determines how slow or fast a hero phases out of the game, to the formats available at tournaments, to even the contents of the tournaments themselves at higher levels of play. And one of the changes they're making throughout next year is the brand new format, Silver Age, which they're bringing to the game with a vengeance. And Silver Age, for those of you who don't know, is the format that will definitely be replacing Blitz as the young hero format. They've already phased Blitz out of their tournament lineup as a format for, in my opinion, not terrible reasons either. For a long time now, Blitz has had a general criticism to it, that being accessibility and price. I'm going to preface this by saying that Blitz and Classic Constructed were born at the same time, the inception of the game. Young and old heroes have been around since the dawn of Flesh and Blood, so Blitz and Classic Constructed were designed together. With that in mind, they have access to the same card pool. So the same commons, rares, majestics, super rares, legends, and fableds are in both formats. Now that doesn't sound all that bad until you realize that in terms of accessibility, they both effectively have the same price point. Sure, you can save $60 on a Command and Conquer and just play Blitz instead of Classic Constructed, right? But it's still a pretty hefty price investment, especially for the equipment, which is going to get up there, especially if you want to play a more competitive deck with a powerful hero. So a genuine concern and a genuine criticism that Blitz has had for some time is just that actually playing and affording a deck for the game, for the format, is not all dissimilar from buying a high-end competitive deck for Classic Constructed. Silver Age is a easy solution to that, with only rares and below commons being accessible to the format. And a big surprise here, but not a whole lot of rares in the game of Flesh and Blood are worth a terrible amount of money right now. Most of them are very affordable, which means a budget deck for this new Silver Age format is very feasible. Decks on a budget, good for accessibility, playability, etc. And right out the gate, LSS has been just showing so much love to Silver Age as it is. And there has been, a lot of discussion about accessibility with Flesh and Blood lately. I mean, I don't want to get off track here, but I was actually listening to a podcast like today or yesterday. I think it was Pitch It To Me, I think is the name of the podcast, where they were talking earlier about whether or not to ban Fableds from Flesh and Blood. And they were talking about the disparity in power level between the different gems and all that jazz. But I'm getting off track. So with the introduction of the new format, which is ostensibly for accessibility reasons, so more people playing the format is good because affordability is good, they're also giving love to the format. With not just the decks that they're printing next year, but also how they're changing events at higher end tournaments for Flesh and Blood in general. You see, next year in 2026, they announced that they are going to be getting rid of the battle-hardened side events at major events like the Calling and other high-end convention-sized events. And instead, they're going to be replacing it with something called Showdown, which will be the last major tournament held on Sundays at these bigger events. And it's going to have a larger prize pool. It's going to have 4 beautiful gold foil cold foils. It's going to have a Pro Tour invite for the winner. And most importantly, for all of 2026, these PTI invite events are going to be in the Silver Age format only. And I think that's great because the Pro Tour, World Championships, whatever you get with the Pro Tour invite, that's a goal for a lot of players. And telling those players who want to get to the higher level pro play events that they're going to have to go through Silver Age or earn the points for that, that tells me that LSS really wants eyes on this format. They really want to give attention to this format. They really want to get people playing this format. And I think PTIs and I think higher level events offering it is just a genuinely good way, beyond just offering decks and such, to get a lot of different eyes on the format, brewing, deck building, and all that jazz. So, honestly, shorter video here and not a big surprise here, but I think this is a good thing. I think changing their overall schedule, their overall tournament schedule, like build up, design, etc., to kind of force Silver Age front and center at the closing out of larger events, I think that's a good idea. Overall, it remains to be seen, if the overall community will have a positive reception to Silver Age as a format, but I'm personally extremely optimistic about it. Silver Age right now seems genuinely cool, genuinely fun. And, maybe I'm not the best person to judge that because I'm so bad at Flesh and Blood as a person. Spoiler alert for those of you who don't know, I'm actually genuinely bad at this game. That's not even a joke. I'm just actually awful at Flesh and Blood. I try so hard and I get so far. And in the end, I can't win an event. But yeah, so going forward to 2026, they are going to be changing out battle hardens for showdowns. Showdowns are going to be Silver Age only, and they're going to have some cool prizing attached to them, which is always nice. So yeah, overall in this video, I just wanted to share the news, talk about how optimistic I am for Silver Age in general, and just go to say that I think it's really cool that LSS is continuing to try and fine-tune the game to just make it just a bit more enjoyable and accessible for everyone. So that's all I got. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with me. It doesn't really matter. I love reading your comments. Regardless, come hang out in the Discord server. There is a link in the description. And that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.